I've been teaching at Badger High School in Lake Geneva for 29 years, and I taught in Illinois for a while. I was in Stephen Decatur High School before Stephen Decatur became a middle school, and for 1 year I was at Richards High School in Oak Lawn. I think that's kind of close to you, maybe not. Anyway, so I was there before when I moved into Lake Geneva. So, I'm off this drive. And I'm here on behalf of Jazz at Lincoln Center. My band has been a finalist at those at New York 3 times, which is a pretty big deal. There's so many good bands. So the fact that we got in, it was just the moment right then of those particular years. The secret though of the Ellington stuff is that you have to have a variety of really killing soloists in the rhythm section. Because if you think about it, all of us that play horns, there's a moment where we're not playing, we're chilling. But these guys never stop. So they think about that, like we're sprinting. We get to run like 100, 400, whatever, but they're doing the entire mile. We just get little links of that. So that's why the rhythm section is so huge, and you guys really held it down. Okay, so is that your own set? No, that's the school's one. So I was impressed with the whole program, the diversity of it and everything. So, did you have any spots you're like, oh, we've been working on this, how did that go for us? Anything like that, I can just affirm for you, or you guys, you're allowed to talk, it's okay.
I'll say 60.
Okay, I have no idea where that 60 is. It could be, thank you. Which one?
They grew up Paris at 60. Yes.
All right. See, now we got discrepancy with the saxes and the measure 60. These are all men. Okay, 40 I see. Is it a big rehearsal number? Is it something that I should build in?
No, it's like.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, oh, and hey, this may be a dumb question, but what band did this like almost every single night? Yeah. So, one more time, that is quintessential. I was almost ready to shout and you guys took over, but then he does one more once sometimes, which is like, this was usually at the end of the show, and there'd be like the big old flag raiser kind of thing, like, woo, we're done, and people would be on their feet and stuff. So, I'm glad you guys did that. So, and you also knew Count Basie, so you've listened to this before, right? Yeah. And that's how we learn jazz, really. It's just like by listening. Okay, so you want measure 60. Can we start at 57? That looks like a better number. Da, do, da, da, do like that. I will bet. I will play it one time. Then I'll give you my best. 1, 2, 6, 57, 30. At 60-ish, is that the whole band starts to play. So you kind of have to announce that, even though you're sax players, you have to like herald the king of instruments section, which is the brass. Sorry, you're gonna hate me. I'm a trumpet player, so that's why. Yeah. But you have to. Will we allow the saxophones to be in the band? Because you're metal. Totally kidding. Like that's not true.
They kind of just like.
Not true. Okay. So what's going to happen with these saxes, you're going to have to crescendo a little bit as well as the rhythm section. So you got to kind of kick that a little bit more. So, but let me ask you this. What makes a loud sound even more impressive?
It's home.
What's that?
It's home.
Nah, not necessarily. Okay. If it's coming from
Oh, together.
a lesser volume. So if you just check this out, no one talk or make a sound. Now, this could be pianissimo, depending on where I'm at. If I'm in a sleeping baby's room, I'm not gonna go, Mom, sleeping! Baby's gonna wake up, and then you're gonna be in huge trouble, because it's probably wet pants, okay? But if I talk this loud, no one's gonna hear me. So it's all relative to what you're doing. And so you can probably bring this down a notch so you have more to go. So if you start what you think might be, if this is my normal talking voice, I'll call this mezzo forte. I get a lot louder, and right away you pay attention because there's like, what's he saying? I'm whispering. So I'm making you guys really focus. So you guys want to try to do that to the listener, okay? So maybe start, I like how you did the pickup, thank you. So here's 57, and each measure is gonna sort of build a little bit. Da do da l'amore, do da do da, do da do da. Here's the drum, da da do. Can you do the buzz roll? Da, and you hit that on 4. Do da do da. So it'll take it off. Okay, so that's going to be your job. So there we go. Start at 57 again. With softer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I would say use the ride cymbal. I looked over there just as I realized you don't have a ride. So you're going to want to drive the band with the ride cymbal.
Okay.
So I mean, I know you know that, but so that's how I would do something like that. Just put a cap on that, and then that helps the brass. Can we just do? I wrote something down at the beginning. A swing fill. Trying to figure out where everybody has this. Pop goes the weasel trumpets. Thanks for learning that. Na, 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 da, 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 da. Did you listen to the original?
Yes.
I mean, that's a really good transcription. So can you trumpets? Can you just play at the beginning, like 2 bars? Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. In jazz, not all notes are equal. Okay. Da 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 do da. So I put like a little accent on the chairs. We're talking about that, but I really just kind of backed off on the other ones. Da 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 da. So I'm actually saying that in my head while I'm playing that. So try it, guys. This just find a concert B flat and play along with trumpets. So everybody play concert B flat minus drums. Here's a B flat. Go. So do that rhythm. Da 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 da. 1, 2, ready. But again, just loop it. Ready? And. So it's not necessarily how you play the accent, it's what you did before. You kind of backed off or ghosted that. Does that make sense? Yeah, you'll have to like round that out a little bit. That's the right idea. And then there was this other spot. Do-da-do-da-da. Okay? Don't go da 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 da. You don't want to have that even do da do da da. I'm sure you probably heard that from him before. So, because you guys picked a really good program, and he's kind of responsible for saying they can do this, they can do that, they can play this. So he knows you guys. The Addy. How many times do you listen to that? Bill, yeah. Well, did you only listen to the one recording, or did you try to find it?
I found both.
Okay. Did you just YouTube it up?
Yeah.
I wish I had that when I was your age. I mean, I didn't talk to all old people. But we had to buy, I was literally walking around with CDs, and then the cool thing was the CDs could go in your visor of your car. So you then you could put like CDs in your trunk and have like 500 of CDs you could select them. That was like cutting edge. Now you just walk around with a phone. I've got my Bluetooth. So, anyway. What do the rest of the band think of Addy? No, you're not going to hurt his feelings. So it's not your favorite tune, okay? But just like I already told you, April in Paris was played every single night. Do you think that Basie's band got tired of playing April in Paris?
Yes.
Absolutely. But they couldn't let the listeners know that. You know what I'm saying? So the listener, when I go to a show, I didn't know what they did the night before. I don't really care what they do after. They gave 100% every time. So even if you don't like a tune, there's something in there that everybody can appreciate. And there's backgrounds in here that you guys are playing that are really smoking, but you're not letting the sax, the lead player, the soloist come through. So that's over at, let me find, there's like a big shout section. The Bones, you have this thing constantly, if I were you, I would accent the second note of those things, like at letter D, that's what I was thinking about. So bones have one and. So the release on the second note is really key, all the way to 4. So you can't make those notes sound exactly the same. You know what I mean? Because, okay, it's checking out, okay. Believe it or not, I'm gonna let my dad this come on. I won Dad of the Year because I took my daughter to Taylor Swift in Minneapolis. And I was like, oh. And we paid $5,000, not that much, but a lot for those dumb tickets. But that girl, she 100% for like 3.5 hours. I was like, how could she possibly do this? So then my daughter, who's a Swiftie, said she would run the treadmill for 3.5 hours and sing her set. Did you guys hear this? You gotta know. But so to imagine that, so like 3 months before her show, that she did every single night the Eras tour, okay? And everywhere she went, then they recorded it toward the end of her tour in LA. After she's done all these cities like three times a week, she would take 4 days off, just let her voice and maybe just nap. But that's how she would condition herself. She would run on the treadmill, sing all that stuff. I just blew my mind that she would do that much preparation. Okay, so I'm not saying you should run the treadmill, but I'm just kidding. Okay, can we start at letter D as in donut? No alto yet. Let me just share what you guys are doing at letter D. You have to kick it off because I'll probably go too fast.
1 and 2 and 1, 2 and red and go.
I want you to listen how he's kicking you off. There's something that's really cool. So can you kick him off again?
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and red and go.
What is he doing for you? He did it on stage. He's subdividing for you. One, up, two. So that's when the tune starts. Whenever the director or whoever's counting you, kicking you off, the tune starts at that moment. He's giving you outstanding subdivision already. And something I noticed too, when I had the sections play a little bit, you played along, so you provide a metronome. That's higher level thinking. Right? They told you to do that, but that's really cool. Just continue doing that.
Actually, Ernie Adams told him to do that. Fess up. The drummer from the last festival.
Yeah, like when he's having a senior moment. All right, so I didn't realize we were on tape. So here we go again, letter D. So I want the saxophones to put more importance on your line, even though it's just you're kind of playing like it doesn't really do much. So crescendo to those eighth notes and make that, because you're playing the piano parts. Because you listen to what the piano's doing. Play your part at D, what it says at D. 1, 2.
It just says that.
1, 2, ready, go. Oh, in my part, it's resting. You're just like taking a nap. And Duke probably was sitting in there getting a cocktail or talking to the ladies in the front row. I mean, Duke did a lot of that stuff. So here we go. So make some more importance out of that. So saxophones only. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2. It's on me too. It's on 2. 1, 2, ready, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah. 4, 1, 2. Yeah. So you guys have the idea, but the beat before you play, you have to breathe. And that throws my kids off all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I leave beat 1 out, but I'm breathing. So you got to take care. So do that again. You're not agreeing on what time. If you give me a subdivision, on a hi-hat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, da, 2, 3, all the way. Yeah. So the release is important. So those are the trombones in there. 1, 2, dog. Here we are. There's a trick question. What's more important, the entrance or the release? I started because you must be geniuses on the ACT. But yes, the band that starts together has can't end together if you don't start together. See? It's very deep for not even noon. Okay? So, but it's all about that. He's giving you the math, that they're accepting the math challenge, and you have to be in the same class, whether you hate math or not. It's the subdivision of 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, let's just add the solos because it sounds very cool. Here's dog. You start right there, or do you have to go?
I can start right there.
All right, there you go. 1. Wait, by the way, did you use a microphone? You don't really need to. Because you can, I mean, it's just what you do, but the band's listening to you for the most part, and you sell it so well. Just stay out in front of the band, you memorize, right out there and still. You don't do it now, but that's how you should do it more. Like sit by the rhythm section and just be soulful on it. Here we go. 1, 2, dog, everyone ready, and. That C sharp is a snotty note to start off on. How are you feeling the C sharp up there in trumpet? We were playing trumpet 1. Are you playing trumpet 1? Trumpet. It's the Philly valve thing. First day out.
I can hear.
No, how you hear on that C sharp? Who's playing the high? What are you doing there? You just know what it feels like?
Like, I try to first I try to hear it like going up with the neck, and then I just,
Okay, well, that's kind of it. What you can do is down an octave, just play really soft, just play a C sharp on the staff. And then you can just think octave. And then when you have it, you just play the C sharp, because sometimes it doesn't lock in right away. And that's the silly thing about what Duke's band would be. These guys are just enormous pros. Nothing was hard for them. So I just encourage you to play it down an octave and then play it, just like puff it. Like that. You know what I mean? Let's go to the funk thing. Funky stuff. All right. This is a question for how did you get them to sing "Party" at the beginning?
I threatened him. No, I didn't. No, I mean, it's, it's on there, and so we were talking about it just before we were getting ready to play it. Is it party or partay? And they agreed on tay. And I said, here we go.
So the reason why I asked that, guys, is because it made a difference. When you guys started singing that, when you started internalizing that sound, whether you say party or partay, okay, that doesn't matter, you figured it out. But the most important thing was how you got that energy right off the bat. Because my kids, as soon as they see anything other than playing their horns, like clapping, snapping, singing, they just don't do it. And so then we have to just, talk about everybody in music does this, but I didn't have to do that with you guys. You're like, bam. So it's kudos to you for not trying, but doing that. So I would probably think it's a partay. Whatever the recording said. Did they say party? I don't know. All right, so let's hear. I just want to hear a little bit of this. I got to bail shortly. But can you start? Can you guys start at 15? Is that weird for you? No. Okay. Did I pick the right tempo? Is that about right? Okay, 1, 2, 15, ready, and. Alright, so you guys, you have the smoke and rhythm section. How about if you try this? Look at the second bar of 15. Instead of going da-da-da-da-da really loud, what if it went da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da? So try that. So you're going to start it soft crescendo. It'd be like, it's like a speeding car. Okay, so try that. So we get the first note. So play the first note at the 16th. Hang on a second for a second. Go, go. Da. It's the 16th note. Okay, so the second bar of 15 on the and the 3. The first note of 16th you have. You got 6 from there, right? We got that first note. Go, play it. So you're confused. So start at 15, and I'll tell you, I'll stop you. So watch. 1, 2, no drums or rhythm section yet. Here we go. Stop. The next note, play that note now. We'll play the last note in that measure. So the difference between those 2 notes has to be fast. So play the first note really soft. Go, 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 go. Now the last note. Don't blow. So now try that in context. So play the second bar. Do do da. 1, 2, ready, and. 2, 3. Again, ready, and. 3. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm sure before I talk. Yeah, there's nothing else that's happening there. It's gonna make the rest some crazy. So here's with rhythm section now, 15. So you don't need to play everything as loud, especially when it's unison. That measure, right, that little lick right there, it's harmonized. So that you can play out more. 15, 1, 2, ready, and. Yes. That would sound smoking if you did some of that stuff. Even within a measure, you can do dynamics. On the bass, you have like how many solos? 4 or 5? Can you play up an octave on the bass in some of those licks? So you're just varying what, not everybody wants to eat eggs and pancakes for breakfast. Some people want a waffle. So you might need to give them a different breakfast complement to what's happening. Does that make sense? So if you're always doing this, it's gonna get kind of, I don't wanna say stale, but it's gonna be hard to be completely creative if it's always the same. You can go up an octave on some of that stuff, just to get different sounds. You know, you experiment with how you want. And you don't have all of the but you can go on the crown of the ride cymbal where like the point is, you get like a cowbell kind of sound. You know, so just experiment with different sounds within your instrument. Okay, so I would work on playing up an octave on some of that stuff, because you have the chops to do that. You know. So really quick, do you guys have any questions or something you want to know? No? How far is Thornwood, from here?
No, that's like 40.
All right. Well, so folks, here's the deal. What is cool about your performance is that you owned it. It looked like, maybe you weren't, but you gave the appearance that you're having a good time, that you were enjoying playing your horns, that you enjoyed playing jazz, you enjoyed playing with each other. This is something that only this group can do whenever you meet. It's kind of slick, and you come out here now, you show off, you know, but you just show what you have. So you have some really good soloists, really good ideas in smoking rhythm section. Keep doing that. I was joking about the piano, but you sometimes got covered up because some of the stuff is good. You can play a little bit more. All right. Nothing else. All right. Drive safe. Make good choices, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.